As WOCA Radio gets results.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 7 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Nice looking Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Can you believe tomorrow Disney starts their Christmas celebration? Like Christmas, Disney dictates in our part of the world anyway when the Christmas season starts. You know, when you grow up in New York, it's Thanksgiving because that's that's when Santa Claus arrives, right?
Yeah, but not anymore.
Not Disney dictates.
It's like July.
Or Walgreens and CVS, they dictate it. You walk in, you see Christmas trees in July.
That's right.
In 1922. Let me think. I think radio started in 1906 or something. So basically, let me just say it a different way. There wasn't much out there to entertain us except for books. And that was still a pretty good thing. We had books of course, for all human history, I guess. Some really good books came out early in the last century, and one of them is being re-released. It's called The Boy Who Lived on Pudding Lane. Pamela McCall is on the phone to talk to us about this. She is a publisher. She's a member of the E-Women's Network. She's an independent book publishers association of America, or with them rather. Lots of different accolades and credentials. Pamela McCall, I can't wait to hear about this book. It's, I'll be honest, something I never heard about before. Good morning, Pamela.
Good morning.
Where are you?
I'm in Vancouver, in British Columbia, Canada.
Oh my gosh, you guys have a better grip on this whole holiday thing than we do. Maybe because it's colder up there, I'm not so sure.
We've had snow. We still have snow.
You have snow. Oh my gosh. And we the likelihood of us seeing snow is very, very slim. I think maybe once every 15 years or something we see a flake.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about this book. This was released in 1922?
Yes, well, it was first appeared in 1921 in Ladies' Home Journal, the magazine, where Sarah Addington, the author, was a journalist. And then 1922, it came out in hardcover, and it was successful. It certainly, it's a lovely book, and it had an audience. It just somehow fell through the cracks. I think part of it was due to her early demise, and the illustrator also. Neither one of them had children, and I think that this maybe is why it didn't live on. I don't know. It's
really?
Very unfortunate, but I'm very pleased to be doing it.
So it was just released last month. From what I'm looking at Amazon right now, it says September 12th, 2017, and 5 stars. 1 customer review. Just one. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's not Christmas yet. We're just getting there.
Yeah. What is the story about?
It's the story of Santa Claus as a little boy, and it's about growing up and how he wanted to be a gift giver, and his family rallies, including his grandmother, Mother Goose, and King Cole, and everybody else in the book, to make that dream come true. And it's a lovely, lovely story, and it's not just for children, it's for adults as well.
Is that right? Wow. And I'm looking at the cover of the book right now. I put it on the podcast we're doing. So, oh my gosh, this just looks and feels like something that precedes me, obviously, and will probably be a joy. How big of a book is it?
It's a small book, actually. It's not very big. It's a gift book. It has about, I think, 6 or 8 illustrations that were done by Gertrude Kay, a very famous American illustrator. And the front pages, the end pages, when you open up the cover, has this lovely illustration of Santa in his sleigh. It's just, when I first found this, the original copy, I opened it up and I just went, oh, this is beautiful.
Oh and my
so
gosh.
I was really happy.
I can't wait to see the book.
It out.
I'm looking forward to it.
Did you publish this in its original entirety, or did you have to do any kind of transformation of the version, like you did the smoke-free version of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas?
Oh, wow, yeah.
No, I didn't. It's exactly the way it was, and I had a designer work on it, and we have the pages so that it actually looks a bit antique-y. It's not it sort of has this feel of being a really old book. We wanted to do that, and I really hope that the integrity of the original book is there.
So
That is wonderful.
In order to ask the next question, you need to know that Robert and I talk to a lot of authors and a lot of children's authors, and usually the books are like 32 or something like that pages long.
Yes.
There's like a format. I'm guessing in 1922 nobody gave that much thought. It was probably just here's the whole story, right?
Well, I think the picture book format, right, the full-on illustration, 4-color illustration, every page covered in illustration is kind of the format. But this book is not like that. It's a storybook, and it's chapters. And
okay.
And then, of course, the illustrations are sort of tipped in like they used to do. They used to, glue them in, the pages, the illustrations.
Oh,
so
really? Oh, my
that's kind of the
gosh.
feel of this book.
Do you think that since this book is now out there, and with the obvious success that you hope to generate, do you think you will be doing a sequel?
I don't know. I really wanted to do something on more with Santa Claus, and I think that this kind of is sort of a bookend to Twas. You've got Twas the Night Before Christmas, which we published in 2012. As many other people have published it, it's the most famous poem in the English language. And now you've got the end piece, which is, Santa Claus, the little boy, and how he grew up. And so I think one of the most lovely parts of this new, the book that we've just brought out, The Boy Who Lived on Pudding Lane, is the relationship with Mrs. Claus and how they met and the love they have. It's really sweet. It really is a lovely little story.
Is this the information that the songwriters drew from? In other words, Old King Cole is mentioned. I'm looking at the Look Inside feature that they have on Amazon. It says, "Once upon a time in the kingdom of Old King Cole." Is that like so? Do the songs that we're familiar with come from this book? Not directly, but did the songwriters find, I guess, inspiration from the book?
Right. Well, what's really interesting is the folklore around Santa, and when when he was a little boy, there's all kinds of different people who've written and stories about Santa Claus as a young boy with siblings. They have different names. His mother has different names in different stories, and so I didn't want to rewrite. I didn't want to start all over again and say, okay, let's just write a story about Santa Claus as a little boy. I wanted to go back and look at the historical record and find who'd written already about it. And so you're right, there are threads through all of this. And I think that that's really a lovely, rich sort of tradition and history of this most loved character of all time. And so I thought just bringing that forward and sharing it with would be the best way to go.
And the creativity aspect as well. I mean, he was very creative in making the toys to give away.
Right. Well, the wonderful thing, and the reason that the "Twas the Night Before Christmas" is the most famous poem in the English language, and it's 200 years old, is the fact that Santa's benevolent, right? There's no naughty or nice. It's just everybody's loving and kind and giving. And this is a wonderful piece. That's why it survived. I truly believe that. I think that that's the basis of Twas. And so this story builds on that benevolence. And all Santa Claus as a little boy ever wanted to do was give away all of his father's treats out of his bake shop and make toys for everybody. He was an incredibly generous child. And so his family was able to nurture that and to bring it out and King Cole actually gives him a castle in the North Pole so he can go off and create this wonderful magic land and give toys for the rest of his life, which is what his aspiration was. And it's all lovely, and it's
it sounds like it, yeah.
And it's really nice that you allowed Santa to keep his physique, because all of these things with the government, cracking down on obesity and everything, it's really nice that you've allowed that part of the story to be true.
Yeah, well, I think that because his father was a baker and he had full access to the family bake shop, it kind of started his love of sweets, which continued, and it's just part of Santa.
Oh my goodness! I did something I don't usually do. I just bought the book while we were talking. I just went on Kindle and ordered it. So.
Nice.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something I want to own. So it's coming, Robin. It'll be here.
Nice. Excellent.
Well,
Excellent.
I was worried because I actually sold out about a month ago, and I went, oh no, because I've got all, Christmas is coming.
Oh, really?
And so I just got word that we have more books now printed, and they're ready in the distribution chain. So that I was quite relieved.
Oh well, Amazon didn't tell me that. It says I got it. So
I want to buy a hard copy because this
good.
is something I would love to have.
yeah. Well, thank you for sharing this with us. The Boy Who Lived in Pudding Lane, not lived on, lived in Pudding Lane is the title. I think you can find it either way because I found it, even though I put on. I found it on Amazon. Do you have other website you want to direct us to?
You can go to my Facebook page. I have a Facebook page, and I'm posting every day.
What is it?
I have all kinds of...
Just your name?
It's The Boy Who Lived on Pudding Lane, yeah.
The Boy
The name,
Who lived
title of the
in
book.
Pudding Lane?
Boy
On?
Yes.
In Pudding Lane.
Who lived in or on?
The in and the on is a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right, let me find you. I'll find your thing. I'll be your friend, and I'm ordering your book. Oh my gosh!
Great. Thank you.
So does the family of the lady who actually wrote the book? Does she know you're redoing it?
Yes, the Addingtons actually have a family reunion. They're quite a big group of people, and they were pleased that I was doing it.
Oh, nice.
And I have heard from some librarians who actually have the 1921 Liddy's Home Journal, and they've been reading it to their families and passing it down from generations. And they were so pleased to find out they could actually get the book now.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
It's been a fun project for sure.
Nice. Just another tradition that we will restart. Apparently, this was a tradition at one time, and now will be restarted. Pamela McCall, thank you for being on the air with us today. That was fun. We've recorded this interview. We'll put it up as a recorded podcast later on today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
This thing on. Hello. Hey, this is Nunzio, and I want to invite you to the Ocala Civic Theater to see me and Frank and Emma and Aida and, our grandson Nicky in a play called Over the River and Through the Woods. It's a comedy. Very heartwarming. It's about your favorite grandparents. Us. We're on stage through November 12th. Get your tickets when you call 352-236-2274 or get them on the internet thing, at OcalaCivicTheater.com. Grazie.
Robin, how do you like my design?
You're designing a box?
That's not a box. It's a doghouse.
Rough draft for your rough? Sounds like you need personal service.
I do?
Yes, to print the blueprints. See Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can print blueprints, notarize permit applications, print and mail out invoices, and even provide great-looking business cards.
Personal Service Center. That's the one on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, right?
Just look for the yellow signs. Your Pedigree Palace will be a reality in no time.
Announcing the album release concert of the year at Christ Church of Marion County, Gemma Adams.
Jesus loves you.
Performing her new album and smash hit, Path of Least Resistance. Number 12, top 100 nationwide. Also legendary singer Chuck Day. Gemma has one of the best voices of our time. Don't miss this stellar concert at Christ Church of Marion, Saturday the 18th of November at 6:30 p.m. Hear her new album at GemmaAdams.org.
Every angel has a past.
Join us at the 36th Annual Downtown Festival and Art Show, November 11th and 12th in beautiful downtown Gainesville for a weekend full of art, music, and culture. Explore a stunning collection of artwork by 240 artists and marvel at world-class paintings, vivid photography, unique sculpture, dazzling jewelry, and so much more. Enjoy continuous entertainment on 4 stages all weekend, including a downtown blues concert on Friday night. And bring the kids for free art activities at the Children's Imagination Station. For more information, call 352-334-ARTS or visit GainesvilleDowntownArtFest.org.
Announcing the album release concert of the year at Christ Church of Marion County, Gemma Adams.
Jesus loves you.
Performing her new album and smash hit, Path of Least Resistance. Number 12, top 100 nationwide. Also legendary singer Chuck Day. Gemma has one of the best voices of our time. Don't miss this stellar concert at Christ Church of Marion, Saturday the 18th of November at 6:30 p.m. Hear her new album at GemmaAdams.org.
Every angel has a past.
Life South Community Blood Centers is an emergency need for all types of blood. Our community blood supply is at an emergency level. This means there is little, if any, blood on the shelves at Life South, and our hospital's blood